morning, everyone. It is Sasha here, and we are going to do a super short AI unboxing. I was working with Gamma, which is a relatively new presentation AI-based tool, and I was using it because that's what we do here at Newstate University. We're constantly using the new tools in the context of work, and so I thought I would share a little bit about how it works, given the fact that it's the second time I'm using it. So it truly is an AI unboxing. So we have some general slides. How we created these slides is there's actually several options, one of which is to literally just upload a document or cut and paste a whole bunch of text, and it generates this from it. Now, the AI tries to figure out the meaning, doesn't get it always right, so I had to go through and make some changes. And now we have an icebreaker activity, and I want to add that. So what I did here was you can just at any point add a slide in between. So in that way, it sort of acts like Canva, but it's verticalized instead of horizontal. And so you can add a blank card, and then it has all these templates in space, in action, or you can generate a card. And so I'm just going to pick one right here. And then for the image, you can actually go in and edit, and you can say, you can say what you want. And so we're doing a virtual icebreaker activity. So I'm going to put image of advisory committee doing a virtual icebreaker, right? And so then you have the option to enhance prompt, and you'll see this on almost every tool, right? It's getting better and better. So that's why we try to really stay ahead of the fact that we don't want to invest too much time and energy in something called prompt engineering when we know down the line that's actually going to improve and change as we go. It's going to be able to do more of the prompt engineering. So as we build our learning experiences, we really want to make sure that parts of it are evergreen, and then we're able to do things like this on the fly and other things, webinars from our faculty members that we are ramping up, which is very exciting, to do all of the tools that are emerging and the skills. We have to have skills that are universal enough to handle that. So it tells you what it's doing. This is very normal. And do you see what it did? It changed it. It added diverse virtual table, lively discussion. And so I'm going to scroll down now, and I'm going to say auto generate. And it does use my credits. So the last time I did this, it took 6 credits. This is the free version, right? We always like to experiment with the free version before we start locking in a new tool. And here's the image it created. And you'll notice that it's very style consistent to this other stuff. But you'll also notice that what I put in here was there was nothing about like a traditional classroom, but because it reads things about the fact that it's a university, it makes assumptions and puts that in there, which I'm going to have to go back and fix. But in any case, so this is the slide that we just created. We're going to put a title on it, which is our icebreaker. So this is actually called the board's origin story. And I'm going to put that in there. And then we have these 3 bullets that we're using, and we're putting those in there. And, just like anything, you sort of have to fix the formatting just a skosh. And there you have it. It's not, I would say, like so dramatically different from what you would see in like a PowerPoint or something, but it generated the new one in what I would say is a more seamless, much more user-friendly way. It inferred meaning, what I thought was better than a traditional PowerPoint. Canva, we haven't used quite as much for this, but it doesn't start there, right? It starts with like you creating your own thing. So it does have like AI generate first functionality now. And then you can do like all the normal stuff, right? With any of these slides, including deleting them if you want to. And yeah, so that is the new one. If you want to see how you create a new one, I'm actually going to do a quick example of that. All right, so this is us creating a presentation from scratch. You can go in and you create new, and then it gives you these options. I really like this visual interface, but that's a separate thing. Import file, paste in text, generate. This is what I used last, and this is what I'm going to go with. You'll notice that in a lot of these tools, they give you like 2 lines for a prompt, and then they create content from that. We don't use that functionality here at Newstate because it tends to be way too general. We can't have it reference our curated knowledge base. We have a curated embedded knowledge base of original sources for every single course, aligned with objectives, obviously. So it doesn't get nearly specific enough. Now, this is just a copy and paste of like one part of one lesson that I put in here. It says, what do you want to have done with this? I want to generate notes or an outline here. You can also preserve the exact text. Actually, let's try that. I didn't try that. Oh, that's the paid version. I'll have to pay to try that one. So we're gonna try this and continue to the editor. We'll see what happens. Always exciting. I am gonna probably do at least at least the paid version for a month to try what that preserve exact text means, because that is something that a lot of these places or of these tools that do not do at all, right? And so I'm going to do detailed, right for, so this is your audience, I'm going to go with that. It makes inferences here. Let's use the popular theme of this, AI images, auto select. I like abstract. Actually, let's do line art just for fun and generate. Let's see what it comes up with. Let's see how long it takes too. So, oh, it does not seem to be taking that long. Oh, this is fun. Watching it in action. Is this not super fun? I'm such a geek over these things. You see how it's interesting because I had said put it into like an outline-ish form, but there's a lot more writing on it, which I would say I'm not sure how I feel about for a presentation that you would be giving, but in an instructional context, like in us going in and being able to use this with a voiceover for a lesson, I love it. I love it for that because that is one of the things that has been challenging in terms of content creation is we spend a lot of time with AI, of course, which dramatically speeds it up, but it is also time consuming to go in and create videos on a ton of these things. Okay, I don't really need it to show me. I've already done that. All right, so though that is all very intentional. Those starting things, that is a functional part of this product that is designed to show you how to use it early on so that not only can you use it, but you feel confident that you've learned it, you've put effort into it, you've done, it's progress tracking, which we have in our courses as well, of course. And so let's see what this looks like. I don't know that you can add a voiceover in right here. It didn't say that you could, but we can drop this into one of our other AI tools and put in a script and add a video to it. So that would be a lot of fun. How do I move forward? Do I have to click on the blocks? I'm not sure I'm loving that. Would that work in a presentation? Okay, maybe okay. You can keyboard it forward too. See, learning as we go, learning live. I dig it. I really dig it. Now, this is interesting because this is like, to me, this looks like a timeline, like one thing, the next thing, like it has to happen in order, which is not sort of what these are. These are just different things. So we could go in and we could change that if we wanted to. I don't know if everyone would interpret it that way. It could interpret it that way. All right. So that's sort of where we are. I thought this was a lot of fun as I was going through it. And so I wanted to share. All right. Have a great one, everybody.